All right, and we're here. We're here live, or I guess when you're listening to this, it'll be recorded, so it's not live. Anyways, Andrew, Graham, thank you for joining us.
What's up, everyone? How we doing?
Say hello to the people everywhere. I guess you just did.
Hello, listeners. Justin, thanks for having me. Great to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. I just want to clarify for the listeners, Spencer's running a little late, so he's going to join us. He should be here in like 15.
Yeah, he's better than us. He's got other stuff to do, I guess.
He's fashionably late.
Yeah, it is 3:30 in the middle of a work day, so I guess it's allowed that he's late.
Did you work today?
Yeah, I did.
How bad do you just want to like shower right now? I didn't even shower. I stink.
I didn't work very hard, so I don't really need to shower. I'm a shower before work guy, not a shower after work guy.
The shower before work is key. When I was younger, I never used to shower. I was a bum, still am.
No, yeah,
but I had a shower.
Yeah, personal hygiene's key when you get to the mid-20s and you're looking to lock down a life partner or stuff like that, you know?
Are you a cologne guy?
No, not a cologne guy. I own cologne, but not a big wear cologne guy.
Okay.
More just your standard deodorant. I used to get crazy pit stains when I was like...
Oh, me too.
I don't even want to say when I was younger. Like, we're talking like 2 years ago, like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm better now.
You use deodorant or antiperspirant?
Both.
Whoa.
Well, 2 in 1. 2 in 1.
2 in 1.
Just Degree for men. It's a blue stick. And basically, you got to go for the one that says antiperspirant and deodorant on it.
I was a bad armpit sweater when I was in junior high, even high school. But as soon as high school's over, something happened. But with that being said, junior high and high school, I wore antiperspirant.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially when you're in junior high, high school, you're going to gym class, you get a lather on playing some floor hockey or whatever. You go to English class after that, no one's sitting within 10 feet of you if you're working hard at least.
Whenever it was hockey day in gym class growing up, that was your time to show off to the girls. It was just like, I'm not good at many things, but this is the one aspect.
Oh, yeah. I mean, going back grade 1, grade 2, you just got to show everyone what's up when you're playing floor hockey. It's the one thing that you're good at. Teacher calls on you to read in class and you stutter. That's no good, but gym teacher calls on you to rip one top corner. That's when you can, make up for it.
That's another thing that we could talk about during this podcast is your dominance when it comes to road hockey in the Halifax Metropolitan HRM division.
Well, if you want to, I guess ball hockey. I'd rather if it was like ice hockey or something, but ball hockey works, something that, lots of kids play, not too many adults play. But I think maybe part of the dominance has become because people quit ball hockey when they're in their like teens, and we just keep playing through the 20s. So by the time we're just the last ones playing, so you can't lose to anyone if you're not. Yeah, there's no one else playing. So you were part of that.
I was just about to bring that up.
Dynasty.
You and I had one of the. I don't know if you might have went on to win better championships, but we lost in the finals of a pretty big league. Pretty big.
Oh, sure.
The play on.
Yeah, I did win play on once or twice. Not a big deal.
In the division, in the big boy league.
Under boys? 18, we won.
That's puberty.
Yeah, that's puberty exactly. And then you and I lost. We lost together in the elite division.
But we had a lot of fun. And the guys we were playing were like they went to Europe the year before. We're just a bunch of local guys.
Yeah, like going to nationals and stuff. Like I don't have time for that. I try and say that I have a life. So when I'm telling people I'm going to like ball hockey nationals, like I'd rather not do that. And no offense to people who do that, because I do have some good buddies that do that. So
yeah, if you do that, and that's your jam. Good for you. All the power to you. If you're having fun at the age of, how old are we? 26? You're 25?
25.
If you're 25, 26, and you're still playing ball hockey, having a great time, all the power to you.
It's not where the money is, though.
Nah. What's money?
You're right.
As you get older, man, people complain so much about, like, I don't know about you, but at my job, all people talk about is money and wanting more.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
Yeah. Well, it's...
I don't want to talk about that because that's a depressing subbject. That's all I do is talk about. I just listen to people complain all day.
Oh, I know. And you all, like, just where people are in their lives. Like, when my parents were my age, they were, like, married with a house. And
we talked about this on the locals.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. I don't want to go back there then, but it's just, like, depressing because you're, like, 25 and you got...
Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. Next to nothing.
Yeah.
I have a PlayStation.
I got a credit card.
I got a credit card.
Pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
We also talked about what ring the wedding finger went on because we looked at your Saint of X ring.
Yeah,
I think we figured it out.
It's left.
Left.
Yeah.
This one.
Just because I know that you can't have two rings on one finger.
Is your X ring on that finger?
It's on the right finger, yeah.
Oh, so your left one's freed up?
Yeah, left one's freed up.
Oh, you got a girlfriend, don't you?
I do have a girlfriend, yeah. Taking all the dudes that listen to this.
Yeah, all the dudes. That's true. There's definitely no girls that listen to this.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's completely off topic. 7 minutes in. I love it. By the way, thank you for the Gatorade. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Those of you that are watching this video on the YouTube or the Facebook, you can see the blue Gatorade. Andrew provided that for me, free of charge.
Yeah, free of charge. Exactly.
All right, so let's start back to the beginning. Actually, no, not all the way to the beginning. Let's start your...
Yeah, let's talk about ball hockey again.
No, you didn't play ball. I want to talk about the private school.
Yeah.
In Washington.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. When I arrived, Justin said, maybe talk about your private school experience in Washington. And I was like, man, it was in Connecticut. It's this little town called Washington, Connecticut. That's like the size of...
Fooled me.
It's the size of your cul-de-sac here, yeah. But yeah, I went there for my grade 12 year, and it was pretty eye-opening experience. It was mainly to play hockey and to play tennis as well.
Ooh.
It was like a athletic prep school, you know what I mean?
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal either. But I did end up doing all that, but just meeting some really cool people. Like we had guys at our school, get drafted to the MLB in the first round.
Serious?
Oh yeah, guy, he was a first round pick to the Mets a couple years ago. Guys like most of my teammates played college hockey. I'm pretty much the one black sheep that didn't. There's like one other guy.
Man, don't sell yourself short, all right? Think of the ball hockey.
Yeah, you're right. It's ball hockey. And just like tons of crazy rich kids. Like one of the kids at my school was his parents like owned Bloomingdale's department store. His last name was Bloomingdale.
The shopping center.
Center. Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Bloomingdale's.
The Bloomingdale's. Yeah. It was pretty cool to just be around like some of those people. And some of them really down to earth, some of them not as down to earth, but that's all part of the experience. And I decided to come home after that and go to Saint of X.
How old were you when you went there by yourself?
However old you are in grade 12. Actually, I ended up I repeated a year, and like everyone listening to this probably isn't going to understand that like when you go to the States, your good friend Jasper Goodwin also did the same thing. You got to repeat a year a lot of the time because when they want you to play a college sport, they feel that when you're going in there at 18 years old, most of the time you're not mature enough unless you're a complete stud superstar, which I was not. So mostly athletes that go to these schools repeat a year. All my buddies back home did and still think that I just failed a grade and went over there to like sort myself out. So I think I was 18 in grade 12 at this like prison of a school when all my buddies were, out getting drunk at Acadia. Oh man, crazy prison. Like we could have no facial hair whatsoever. Like if your shoe comes untied, you like can't walk into class. You got to wear a shirt and tie. What else? We had school on Saturdays. It was nuts. Yeah, school Saturday. You need to get a form signed if you wanted to leave the campus. It was crazy.
But you don't know who's going to sign it. Your parents aren't living there. Who's
yeah, you'd have to call your parents on this campus with like no cell service. You'd have to call them and be like, hey, can I go to like TJ Maxx with like two buddies? And obviously they'd say yes, but it's like just the fact that you had to do that.
So there's obviously no alcohol.
No booze. We were boozing secretly while we were there.
So in the dorm rooms?
Oh yeah, like in the dorm during hockey season, not so much, but after hockey season, it was pretty crazy. Like we'd basically take these Gatorade bottles like we're drinking now. We'd like probably put 6 or 7 shots of vodka in it, and then just like twist the cap back on and just dummy and pretend it was a normal Gatorade. You have 2 of those when you're 17, 18 years old. You're buzzing.
Where were the hiding spots in the dorm room for liquor?
Well, we didn't have to because we just made it look like a normal Gatorade bottle. Like we'd go buy like a big 60 or like 40 of it, dump it into like 6 Gatorade bottles or whatever, and then you just have the Gatorade bottles. Like no one's gonna sniff test those.
Man, but what if you want to have beer? There's just no beer?
That beer was that was a luxury we didn't have.
I heard a good way to sneak in beer or just any sort of liquor that isn't clear. Obviously, if you're going to have vodka, put it in a water bottle, but put like a 2-4 in your hockey bag. I'm just bringing my bag to the room, going to air it out because I'm going to check the bag.
It's true. We didn't really think of that either, but we tried exercising just about everything. Like, even if you wanted to have a girlfriend there, you couldn't even
you couldn't have girls in the room.
Couldn't have girls in the room. I had a girlfriend at the time, but like some of my buddies who would try and like hook up with a chick or something like that, you'd need to have the door open and there needed to be 3 feet on the floor in your dorm room. It was insane. It was like they're forcing you to like just not.
That's not humane.
No, I know. And like I said, all my buddies were at Acadia or X, just like living it up, doing their thing. And I was like, man, I'm not even allowed to like have a crustache. That was. Oh, another thing, no striped shirts. And there was only one tie you could wear. It was crazy.
So it must have been a bunch of old white people running the school.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah,
was it a religious school?
No, and despite it being called the Gunnery, there's no military affiliation to it.
Yeah, what is that? The Gunnery?
The dude that founded it, his name was Freddie Gunn.
That's a great name.
Unbelievable name. And the school is just named after him, I guess.
That guy sounds like he has a mustache. Freddie Gunn.
Oh,
Picture him with a mustache.
He's got some incredible face lettuce that we'll have to show.
Does he have a statue on the campus?
Man, I don't even remember, to be honest. There's one statue on the campus, and it's this guy, Steve Tisch. He was an alumni there. He's the owner of the New York Giants, and he was a producer or the director of Forrest Gump.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, and someone listening can fact check me and send me a DM, call me an idiot afterwards, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
First of all,
that was a name drop, by the way.
He's not going to hear this. That's not a name drop.
Well, I know. I'm just
okay. We name drop all the time on this thing. Don't even worry about it. To get back to the statue thing, if I ever had a statue of myself, I would buy the closest house to it and just park my outside it all day. Just sit in front of it.
Yeah, yeah. No kidding. Well, I mean, depends what kind of statue you get. You see the Cristiano Ronaldo face molds he's been getting.
Yeah, lately? I saw that.
If that happens to me and they just carve my face up, I'm not buying a house anywhere near that.
They scrapped that. I'm pretty sure they redid it, but I saw that. That looked like a Play-Doh kid design.
Looked like a blind person made it.
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was funny.
I wonder how they presented that to him. I wonder if there was a bunch of people in the room and they took it off and then it was just an awkward silence.
You gotta think. Something that big, they're not just gonna have a soft grand opening for it, They're gonna hype it up and then take it off and he looks like an idiot.
My question was towards that sculpture was, didn't they check this guy's resume before they paid him to make this thing? It's look, he made a face here. The face is pretty good, so he must be able to do Cristiano Ronaldo. It's pretty square. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, you'd hope so. I have no idea, but that's something that you'd think would be a prerequisite.
Yeah, that would be a prerequisite.
Check this guy's work.
Anyway, that's another whole topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that does sound like a prison. That's not. Did you learn anything from it?
I learned that I never want to go to school on a Saturday again, and that lots of people in the States are very stuck up and annoying.
How many pairs of khakis did you own when you went to school there?
I owned about three. Lots of Dockers and lots of Ralph Lauren polo.
Do you still have the polos?
I still have polos, yeah, I do.
And there's a haircut with it too. You kind of have it.
Yeah, I've kind of softened it up a little bit, but it's a hard shave the side of your head, comb it over to the. You know what I mean?
I thought it was more of a wave on the side. I didn't know it was a crisp.
Well, if you play lacrosse, yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Depends what you got going.
It depends what sport, really.
Depends what sport.
Hockey, lacrosse is similar hair.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just plain flow.
Yeah.
Did you ever play against Alex Burke? Speaking of a name drop, because
I did. Yeah,
you did play against him.
Yeah, I did one year. He went to a much smarter school than I did.
Middlesex, Facebook.
Phillips Exeter.
Who went? The Jasper went to Middlesex.
Yeah.
Another name
Mark
drop.
Zuckerberg, name drop, went to Phillips Exeter, the school that Burke went to.
Name drop. So wait, name drop. Burke went to Middlesex.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. Burke went to Phillips Exeter.
Name drop Philadelphia. Okay.
And Mark Zuckerberg, who has been over the internet recently.
Did you see those?
Oh man,
they were the people grilling.
People are just roasting this guy. Oh
Someone
man.
asked him, "How do you make money?" He goes, "Advertising."
Oh man, I would not want to be that dude right now. He is just getting carved.
Oh yeah. So did you go to Burke's campus or did Burke go to your campus?
We went to Berkey's campus.
How was it?
Oh, it was unbelievable. They had like 20 squash courts. We were like, man, this is just over the top. It was like rich kid athlete central. No, Burke,
I asked Burke, "Hey Burke, what's your school like?" "Oh, it's good."
Yeah, because Burke is he's a soft-spoken guy, right?
I hate that about him. Burke, you need to be more cocky.
Man, if I went to that school, I would be like everyone. I went to the same school as Mark goddamn Zuckerberg. So
he had the same professors as Mark goddamn Zuckerberg.
Exactly.
Like he was telling me stories about his professors telling stories about him.
His school was I was like a feeder into Harvard.
Yeah. He actually played with a lot of guys that went pro. He has a buddy that I think plays for Nashville, Scissors.
Oh yeah, Sissons, Colton Sissons.
Sissons, yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah. Not to name drop, but anyway, and lacrosse too. We had a couple buddies that went pro and played lacrosse. Anyways, that's cool. Yeah. Back to Oregon. Did you go see an Oregon's Ducks game, like the football?
Oregon.
I thought you said Oregon, Washington is where.
Connecticut, Washington, Connecticut.
Sorry.
Yeah, we got some dyslexia going on today.
Okay, I don't know anything about Connecticut other than the Gunnery.
Yeah, that's fine. There's not a whole lot that goes on there. It's just a bunch of white kids playing lacrosse most of the time.
When you went there, did you wear? Because I know in the college game, the full shield is a thing, or did you wear the?
No, I just wore like a normal cage. I wasn't good enough to wear a full shield. Yeah, pretty much. But I actually one time I was playing. This was actually when I was playing at Phillips Exeter against Burke's school. I don't know if you'd remember this or not, but I was playing, like my family had come up. It was a big showcase, like lots of college scouts there and stuff like that. And I'm playing decent, and all of a sudden one shift I just get like annihilated from behind. Like some guy just smokes me on the numbers, and I get up, and not only is my cage not on my helmet, one of the screws from my cage is just dug into my forehead, and I'm just like, oh man, this is bad. Oh yeah, blood gushing all the way down my face. So I go to the bench, and the Phillips Exeter our trainer wasn't there because we were like 6 hours away. The Phillips Exeter trainer comes over, and like the guy is the trainer at like one of the smartest prep schools in like the United States, basically.
So he knows
he knows what he's talking about, and he's like, you can't play the rest of the game. And I was like, yeah, I can. I just need like I don't know, can you stitch me up or something? He's like, yeah, but you need to like go to the hospital. You're like, I'm sure you're concussed. And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like I actually felt fine. I was just bleeding. And then he was like, sit out the rest of the period. So he wouldn't let me play. And so we go to the intermission, and I'm like, I'm standing outside, just inside our dressing room, and I'm basically like mocking this guy. I'm like telling the story to my teammates, like how this guy is just wrong, and he's like being an idiot, and he just wants like me to sit out because like he's the trainer for the other team. Meanwhile, he's literally standing right behind me, and the reason why my teammates were like losing it laughing the whole time is because the whole time he was just standing behind me, and I thought they were laughing because I was like being funny. I'm just like, oh, and then the guy like stitches me up, and it was awkward for sure.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
I didn't finish the game.
That's rough. As a hockey player, you always want to finish the game.
It's also tough because like last week, a guy on the Flyers just finished a game with a torn MCL.
Yeah,
and it's like, man, I had like a cut on my head, and I didn't finish the game.
I didn't know he had a torn MCL.
Oh yeah,
Sean Couturier,
yeah,
played incredible the past 2 games. Too bad they're out. Actually, I don't care. I'm happy Pittsburgh.
He gets a hattie with 2 apples, and it goes unnoticed because they get eliminated, and Gensel had 4 goals.
That guy is going to get paid next year.
He's going to get paid.
He'll be like a 6.5 guy.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate, but he's going to get paid.
I do want to move on to the Special Olympic stuff or the Picto Weeks. Whatever. Yeah. Wolf, I want to tell a story about when I played, I think it was like Pee Wee hockey.
Yeah.
We had a trainer who thought thought he was like a doctor, but he was a psychiatrist. So every time a kid got hurt, he'd come in and like check the knee, check the elbow, check the head. And then one day someone just leaned over to me like, hey, you know that guy's a psychiatrist. He has no idea what he's doing over there.
It's like in Friends, Ross always calls himself a doctor. I'm not even a huge Friends guy, but I do know that he will just call himself a doctor unprompted, and everyone corrects him and just says he's like a professor or whatever.
What was his profession in the show? Ross.
He was like a prof at some school, like a history prof or something. I don't know. Like just, or in Hangover when the dentist calls himself a doctor.
Oh, Stu,
yeah.
I was watching some highlights of that movie the other day.
Good movie. I actually watched Superbad yesterday. Still pretty funny, but like definitely not like piss your drawers funny like it used to be.
Yeah, it was a great film to watch the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm happy about that film is that they didn't make like a sequel
A second,
to it.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. Just leave it at that.
How do you feel about Super Troopers 2? Have you seen it yet?
Haven't seen it, but I'm really looking forward to it.
It's going to be tough.
It's
Tough to be number one.
I think so what they have going for it is that they waited so long to make a sequel that it'll be like people are just anticipating it so much. Whereas like if they made a sequel 2 years after the first one came out, they'd just be like, get away with this. Like, let the first one sink in.
So yeah, let's move on to Picto Week's Crushers.
Yeah.
Tyler Noseworthy was here yesterday. He used to play for that
organization. He's an alumni as well, yeah.
He's an alumni. Give me your experience in Picto, what you like about it, what you didn't like about it.
Sure.
You guys had a great coming out on the ice blow-up thing, or you guys went through the
we had
smoke machine?
Yeah, they really, for being mediocre hockey players, they make you feel like you're going to the show, that's for sure. It's a good time. I have nothing but pretty good things to say from there. Basically, I was trying to balance like going to university and taking a full course. Well, let me backtrack. Most of the guys that play on these teams, it's junior A, which is like, it's pretty good. But like most of the guys aren't going to university. They're just kind of like plugging along, living at their billet's house and not taking any classes. And I don't want to talk shit about those guys because a lot of them, they were good buddies of mine on the team. Mm-hmm. But I was like taking a full course load. We were on the ice like 7 days a week, and traveling from Antigonish to New Glasgow was just a pain in the ass.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I lived in Antigonish, so
how long is that drive?
It can be anywhere from a half hour to like 50 minutes based on a bunch of different factors. Yeah, it was a good time. Like it was tough just because we could have a game in Yarmouth, which isn't like, I don't even know how far it is from Pictou, but it's far. And like I would have an exam the next morning, and we'd be getting back to I'd be getting back to Antigonish at 4 a.m., have a 9 a.m. exam. My coach would just be like, kick rocks, I don't care, like whatever. And so
what does that mean, kick rocks?
Well, yeah, you've never heard kick rocks?
No.
I don't know where it comes from, but it's basically just like, I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit that you have an exam.
You should have kicked the rock back at him.
I know.
Anyway, sorry.
He got fired eventually. So yeah, he got a couple rocks kicked at him.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everything. I believe in the circle of life.
Yeah. Vicious circle. Like it was a really good time. Like I said, they make you feel, for being like just kind of half committed to hockey at the time, they make you feel like you're really going to the show. It's kind of a funny league. Like you go to some of these weird, like small towns. I don't want to call them weird, but
no, they're weird.
Yeah, they're weird. They're for sure weird. You go to like Woodstock, New Brunswick, which I like hadn't even heard of till I played in this league. You go there and they're just like packing their barn with like a ton of fans, and they're like unbelievable. They're randomly just paying guys like $20,000 to play on their team. It's like,
no pun
what
intended.
The hell?
There's a barn right next to the rink.
Yeah,
there's like horses in the parking lot.
I know. That's like a great depiction of the league. And it's like, what is going on? Or you go to Truro and like they got a beautiful new stadium. They're just raking in like 2,000 fans, and you're like,
where are you coming from?
Yeah, like why are you coming to watch me play? Like I'm hungover and like not good.
Where $20,000? Are you Woodstock?
Oh yeah, Woodstock.
I never knew that.
Yeah, oh yeah, they would pay like they had a few guys when I was there, because like when they were going for it when I was there. They wanted
every year
to win.
They were going for it.
Yeah,
man.
And their owner was one of the McCains.
Oh, the French fry guy.
Yeah, like potato. Yeah, French fry.
They also have those smiles.
Yeah,
I like those.
Those are unreal. Those are very.
I didn't know they were paying big bucks.
Oh yeah, I know. Like Churro used to pay some guys. We got paid, but it was so funny. Like guys would always negotiate their contracts or say what they're getting paid, and it's like
guys would talk about that.
And it's like, Wes, why?
I shouldn't be.
It's like
that.
You make like $50 more than I do.
Yeah.
Or like what? It's like what? Who cares?
$50.
Yeah, some guys made $50 total. So that was, but it was fun to like still play hockey at that age. I feel fortunate that I got to play at a decently high level when I was still like 20 years old.
Absolutely.
Lots of people have to hang them up after high school or midget or whatever. So that was, that was great.
I remember our 20-year-old at the Christmas time, the owner came in. He's like, yeah, I'm going to need some money from you guys. I can't be paying for these buses and hotels. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. No, that scared me because originally I thought I had been told that I was going to get drafted to your guys' team.
Marauders or Lions?
It might have been Lions. I don't know. Whatever you guys were, you were switching up every year what your name was. And I was like, damn, I don't want to go there. Like you have to like pay to play at that place.
Yeah.
Get like what? Like 100 fans a game?
Not even. It was parents.
Yeah, it's parents.
No one came.
Yeah.
If people came, it was people that just jumped out of the pool at the Sportsplex that wanted to do something for 20 minutes.
Exactly. See, like at least in Pictou, you get people that literally have nothing to do that are like, okay,
that's what it is.
That's the one event going on within like 40 kilometers of us tonight.
Which is kind of fun. Like
good.
it's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It made you want to go play. Like if, you're getting whatever, even if it's like just 1,000 people coming out.
I remember playing in a tournament in Antigonish when I was younger. It was like a Hawks tournament. And that was back when the Bulldogs were there.
Yeah.
I remember we went to a game. It was packed. That rink was packed.
I know.
The Junior A Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Even like the Olin Exports at the Forum back in the day.
They were big.
They were packing the Forum.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes like now I'm just seeing. I'm like, I can't understand why people do that with their free time. But I think it's just because I live in Halifax where there's so much to do. But then when you go to these smaller towns, you're like, okay, I understand why they go to these games because there's not a whole lot else to do. It's like either do that or go like throw rocks at like a tractor.
Yeah.
That was a weird example, but you know what I'm talking about.
A lot of rocks being thrown here.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing wrong with that. Maybe we're starting a trend.
Well, how about we?
You know what I'm looking
How about we just gas that analogy from now on? No more kicking rocks or throwing rocks.
Honestly, hey, you know what? Don't think it like that.
Do you like drinking Rolling Rocks?
I actually have one up in my fridge right now. It's my dad's, but if he goes away this weekend, I'm having it.
Yeah. Okay.
What was I going to say to you? You know how like spitting chicklets is like, oh, not a big deal? I'm looking for a thing for the high button. Yeah. Kicking rocks I like kicking rocks. It's kind of good.
I don't know if you
I like name drop too. Name drop.
That's true. Like,
name drop.
The one thing I would say about both of those is that they're just like, everyone knows those terms. They're like household terms.
Not a big deal.
No, like
kicking rocks.
I don't know. I still don't know if you know how to use it properly. But
I don't think I do. You're making me feel like an idiot right now.
No, I'm sorry. But yeah, lots of people know.
Give me another example.
My mom told me to go to bed early today. Like she can kick rocks. You know what I mean? You've never heard that?
Go fuck yourself?
Exactly.
Oh,
that type of thing. Yeah. Okay. But it's like a more polite way of saying it.
I'm going to be saying that all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, you kicking rocks?
You kicking rocks?
You kicking rocks?
Yeah.
I don't even still think I get it. That was good though. Like,
Google it. Yeah.
I'll Google it. Kicking rocks.
You know what Google is?
Google, all my education.
Yes.
How do you think all these wires connect and works? Google.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay, well, we were kind of talking about Saint FX there, so I'd like to stay on that topic. So 3 things with Saint FX I'd like to know. One, there's a big game. What's it called? BurMac. BurMac versus.
No, it's the BurMac name comes from the 2 residences, Burke and McIsaac.
Oh, okay,
so they just combine the name. It's called BurMac. Yeah,
that's very smart.
Pretty clever. Yeah.
The second thing I want to know is that you were on both sides, so you were the coach coach and you're the player, so I want to know both perspectives.
Yeah.
And third thing, I want to know about the crowds at St. FX AUS games. Are they good? Are they bad? You get rowdy, you get alcohol, things like that. So you pick what you want to start with.
I'll start with the quick answer, which is the games at St. FX. They're good. You get lots of students. Probably get like 1,500 fans. Like they'd pack a house at 1,500 fans. Like on a normal game, they'd probably get closer to like 900 type of thing.
That's
pretty good. Pretty good, yeah.
Is it just all students, or is there?
No, like lots of people from the town come.
Cool.
So like we were talking about 2 minutes ago, like small town Antigonish. So people do that. But an even bigger event on campus is the BurMac game. So it's basically this game that is played between two residences on campus, and they have this like fake hatred for each other, and it's more the like guys and girls that don't play on the hockey teams that get involved in like the rivalries, and they like there's a chant that's just like fuck Burke, and it's like all the McIsaac people. It's pretty weird, but anyways, it's a chant. And it's just this one game. It's the first Wednesday of every February, and basically the whole school, or most of the school, jams into this Antigonish arena. And I don't even know how many people go, but it's like thousands. It's thousands, like lots and lots of people go. And one side of the rink is blue and red for the McIsaac team, and one side of the rink is orange for the Burke team. And basically, it's the craziest game you will ever be a part of. Like all the varsity hockey players that play at X are like, man, I am so jealous of that game. Like some of them get to play in it. Some, like if they live in a res or something like that. But it is just insane. Everyone in the crowd is just blackout drunk, like completely gooned. There's like fights in the crowd all the time. People getting arrested. People smoking darts, smoking weed, like just like getting absolutely boozed. People start drinking at like 8 a.m. A lot of them. No, I shouldn't say
for this one game.
For this one game, I shouldn't say everyone. Like maybe all my buddies are in the minority, but like I know McIsaac residence goes completely bananas on this day. Like no one's going to class for a couple days. It is insane.
Is there contact?
Yeah, it's full contact. Oh. They let anything go. It's like prison rules. Like you could go like almost murder someone on the ice and you're getting away with it. It's insane.
So there's refs. It's like
there's
refs.
It's a real game. But like they're literally not blowing their whistle unless someone is like dying on the ice.
Is it 3:20-minute stop time?
Yeah, 3:20 stop.
So Zamboni goes through.
Yeah, like intermissions. It's real. It's really crazy.
Suits and ties to the game.
Oh yeah, like big time. Suits, ties to the game.
They're 2 hours before warming up.
Oh yeah, you're practicing. Like we practiced once a week all year leading up to it. It's like the game's in February, so we'd start practicing in September once a week. We were going on runs like every Sunday night, like more so just like get to know the guys and just to like make buddies here at university. But it does turn into just this insane event, and everyone loves BurMac, and it unfortunately recently got canceled because of how nuts it was.
It got canceled.
Yeah. So it was this was the second year in a row they didn't have it. I was actually fortunate to be part of the last one, and the town voted to cancel it because the whole town just becomes this like
mayhem.
Yeah, like mayhem for like a couple days, and there was like $25,000 worth of damages done to McIsaac, the residents afterwards 2 years ago. Like, so that's obviously good reason to reevaluate things, and people are just like wrecking the town, burning it down. So the town council voted to cancel the game, and the rink guy was like, we're literally never having, we generate like thousands of dollars worth of revenue. The tickets are expensive.
Well, you gotta pay to get in.
You gotta pay. Oh yeah, like pay good money to get in, and like I want to say it's like $12 to get in. And when you say there's like 3,500 people going to the game, that's a lot of money. And like the rink gets most of it, and that would be the one event all year where they make a ton of money. And even they were saying like the money's not enough. We just can't have it anymore.
That's I don't even know what to say right now.
Yeah,
you described that perfectly.
Thank you.
To what that
Yeah.
Like with those pictures that were posted on, I was looking at your Facebook before this. And I saw pictures of you, and the crowd behind you is just.
Yeah, I know it is as crazy as it looks, and you don't really get it until you go to and watch one. A lot of my buddies came up just because I kept hyping it up, and they were like, there's no way it's this crazy. And they finally came up to watch a game, and they were like, this is just crazy.
What a blessing that you got to be in the last one.
Yeah, I was coaching the last one. I played in the one the year before. So
there's a good picture of you coaching. You're like leaning forward. You're like giving someone the tap there to go or something.
I know exactly.
Real leadership move.
Yeah, big leadership move. That should be my LinkedIn profile pic.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're not going to get any better than that.
No.
How many people were there? 2,000?
Oh no. More than that, probably 3,500, I would say. Yeah.
Put that on your resume.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, I should. I should just go into every interview and tell the story I just told you and say I played in front of that.
Honestly, the first question that should come up in an interview, any interview, is give me your best story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Not what did you get in math class.
I know. Seriously, it's like what? Who cares? I can't do trigonometry. When's the last time you used trigonometry? Person interviewing me.
I don't know. I kick rocks at trigonometry.
You're right. I've kicked lots of rocks at trig. I haven't even done math in a long time. When's the last time you actually did math or wrote cursive?
Wrote cursive. I don't remember. Yeah. I was actually talking to a girl. Actually, no, she was printing. Do you see the video I posted the other day? I went to Dal at exam week.
Yeah, I did. You were out asking everyone how their exam stress was.
I was asking how everyone's stress was, and I asked the girl if she cursed or printed, and she printed. No one curses anymore. It's a lost art.
Cursive writing. Yeah.
And I don't know how many hours I spent as a kid with homework. All right, go home and write cursive.
Oh, it's just a pain in the ass.
When I could have been shooting pucks in the driveway, getting better.
I know. I still shoot pucks sometimes.
Oh, it's great. It's a great thing.
Yeah, with our guest who's going to be here soon, Spencer. We worthlessly will go out every once in a while and shoot pucks. And
where do you shoot pucks?
A tennis court around his house, Larry O'Connell. It's called.
I've been there.
Yeah, and people will walk by and just be like, why are these 25-year-old guys shooting pucks? It's fun. We're stealing the court from an 11-year-old kid who wants to shoot pucks and get better, make his pee-wee hockey team. Here we are, playing beer leagues.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with beer leagues. Even Wayne Gretzky ends up in a beer league.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. We played in a beer league this year, and
I was meaning to talk to you about that because I'm looking to play more hockey. And Alex said that you and Spence play together. I was going to text you.
Yeah, well, it's I don't even know if you want to play, man. There's people just take it way too seriously. You go out and you're looking to just you're hungover on a Sunday and you get out there. You're just looking to go for a quick twirl, and somebody's out there wants to beat your face in because you're you look at them the wrong way. It just makes no sense, and you get people dropping the mitts for no apparent reason. It makes no sense.
All right, and we're here. We're welcoming Spencer Cameron to the podcast.
Am I on the mic here?
Yeah, you're on the mic. You gotta
what's
be
going on?
Closer to it.
Bit of a Kramer entrance here.
Yeah. There you go.
Speaking of a guy who gets his face beat in.
Okay, do I look at the camera?
No, you don't look at the camera. Okay. We're cool here. We don't look.
What are we talking about here?
I was just talking about how sometimes we go out and play hockey Sunday nights, and
you shoot pucks at the Larry O'Connor.
Hockey turns into a little more than hockey, and people just try and beat each other's faces in.
We actually thank God we haven't even talked about the Nicaragua story yet, or the Special Olympics. So those are two things that we have to cover.
Yeah.
So most people's fear in life is the top fear is public speaking.
Yeah.
And it seems that you have been able to accomplish this like that.
Yeah, well, you'd think it runs in the family. My dad was a politician. He's obviously you do public speaking. Yeah, my grandfather was a politician, public speaking.
You both look like politicians right now.
Thank you. And then I roll in. I was
thank you, Justin.
My job with Special Olympics, I had to present to. I actually have a funny story about this. I was going around the province and talking about Special Olympics awareness to kids. Sometimes it was an elementary school, other times a high school. And so this one time I'm talking to this elementary school of a couple hundred kids, and I'm just explaining what Special Olympics is, what sports they have. And then at the end of it, some kid, I explained that like if you're in the Special Olympics, you either have autism, Down syndrome, or you're intellectually disabled of some sort. And at the end of it, some kid in the first row looks at me dead in the eye and like with a smirk on his face, he's like, "So what sport do you play?" And I was like, I don't, like, what? I'm not in the Special Olympics. And like all the teachers were looking at me like, wow, like this kid just
Wait, you said that into the mic?
gooned you. I was like, I'm not in the Special Olympics. And then like nobody, the kids in the school like didn't understand
Was
it.
there like a question period afterwards for these kids?
Oh yeah, there was a question period. Like I got some horrible
I'm
questions.
sure there was like other really wise questions.
There was a few times. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a great idea letting the kids just
so
ask whatever.
Yes, I know it's not. And some kids literally don't understand what you're talking about if it's like in elementary school. So you're like, yeah, sometimes they have like Down syndrome or autism. And then so at the end, I'm like, any questions? And like,
That's the worst mistake you can make.
No, twice. There was two separate occasions where two young kids raised their hand, and I go, yeah, they're in like primary or kindergarten or whatever. And one kid just goes, yeah, my aunt has cancer. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, yeah. I was just like, oh man, I'm really sorry to hear that. Like, and I'm just like, I'm like, throw me a bone here, teachers. Like, can you get these kids like out of here?
For the teachers, I'm sure a presentation. Is this good?
No, you're good.
Okay. I'm sure for teachers, it's a much needed break, and they just get to chill out in the back of the gym. But
they just chill out and watch me.
That
get
can't be
worked.
easy.
They're all laughing at you.
And also a thing, I know when I was in like elementary, you'd always have like the class clown that would just ask stupid questions just to avoid going back to class. I don't know if you guys ever had that, like the Elliot Feast type.
Yeah.
If you understand that.
Or they'd be like, okay, if you ask a question, like we'll give you a little prize or something like that.
Who can brown now? It's the best thing.
We went to South End schools, buddy. Maybe they didn't have that out in Clayton.
Actually, speaking of this, that you both went to South End schools and you guys both went to Citadel, there was a rumor, and actually it's not even a rumor, it's an actual fact, that there was a notorious food fight in the Citadel High School cafeteria.
When you said notorious, I thought you were going to say a notorious person who pooped in the urinals.
Oh, we can't bring that up.
Because there was.
You guys know
what?
Remember the Phantom Pooper? Or did he just poop in, in toilets?
Pooper.
Wait, you guys,
no.
are we talking my school?
No.
I think there's two different urinal poopers.
There's two different
No.
Never mind.
Nope.
You guys have a urinal pooper?
No, we can cut that out.
No, we can keep
No
it. We didn't say anything.
business
We're not
talk
name dropping here.
Yeah, I just got confused. There was a dude who used to just go drop massive deuces.
He wasn't
right?
a urinal pooper, what you're thinking.
But
he was a
flush.
phantom no flusher.
Yeah.
And there's 3 basic levels at Citadel. And this guy would like clockwork, he would rotate what level he'd hit like each day. He had a schedule. And it was the
get a text, it's like Phantom Pooper, second
Phantom
floor, third
Pooper.
stall.
And I think he'd plan it so the times in between classes, like when you go to the bathroom for a lot of people, he'd already have done his business and he'd be out of there. So no evidence. He'd probably
Guy
go
was
in
a
between.
legend.
Yeah.
And to this day, no one knows.
No one knows.
No.
I don't know.
No.
We had one at the West, but it was a known individual, and it was the urinal, Dookie urinal. I don't even know what the nickname.
Oh, no names.
Ben Jones?
Yeah, it was Ben Jones.
Yeah, Ben Jones.
Jeez, yeah. Off topic. So what else? What did you guys?
Oh yeah. So
touch on
how did the food fight start? Do you mind if I just want to ask
Food
about
fights,
that real quick.
Do you want to take it or do you want me to take it?
You go ahead. I actually wasn't there.
Oh, okay. There was 3 food fights in 1 week, and the first 2 were like three. Yeah, the first 2 were like not as serious as the third one.
Let's talk about the third one.
The third one was like late in the week, and everyone kind of knew what was going to happen, but no one really wanted to start.
There was rumors in the hallway of
like everyone's like, man, there was food fights the last 2 days. Like, there was a buzz in the air.
no one's wearing white. Everyone's wearing all dark.
Oh
clothes.
yeah. And then so we were sitting in the cafeteria. The cafeteria is jam packed. There's like people looking from like the second floor like down just to see if anything was going to happen. There's like they had cameras at this point because there'd been 2 that week, and eventually like someone like tossed some food item.
It was
like
that toss of a soft pudding.
yes,
A snack pack that was strategically stripped back.
Do we know what flavor?
I don't know.
You got to think vanilla.
I'd like to think
tossed.
vanilla. I'd like to think
Or
vanilla.
caramel.
No one's
I'd like to
tossing a
think it was like
chocolate.
a butterscotch, something nasty.
Those were so
Not like a double fudge.
anyways, and then so someone, whoever it like hit, or it was like a soft lob, whoever got it threw something back, and then everyone in the whole cafeteria just went dead silent, and all of a sudden you hear, oh, and then everyone stood up and just started launching food, flipping tables. It was insane, and we had some good buddies that fell on the sword and got suspended.
I don't know. We don't want to name names, but we got
Aaron Hoyles, Brendan Sonia, Alan McLeod.
They got into some hot water. Yeah, they were in the middle of it all week.
Yeah.
We got to get
Anyways,
them on the podcast. We got
definitely.
to clear that story.
Brendan will be home soon, I imagine.
Yeah, we'll get him on.
Yeah, he'll clear the air because he was in the thick of it. Yeah.
Yo,
I only heard these tales. Like, I would never even go to the caf at lunch, but
Where did you
it
go?
was crazy. I would actually go to Quiznos all the time
Oh,
down the street. Yeah,
Life's
Spark
good, life's
also.
good.
Yeah,
I went there a lot too.
we'd go there even when we weren't buying subs. Like the boys would just pack their
Just
lunches.
loiter.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
that food fight.
That's the food fight story.
I remember going to school the next day at the West, and just like before you go to class, all the
bread?
boys you all huddle around. You just talk about what's up, and someone just, you guys hear about the food fight at Citadel yesterday, and just name drops were going everywhere, rumors going everywhere. It was a big deal.
Oh yeah, those were the days. We had a few janitors quit after that, obviously, and they were able. The only reason people like the boys got suspended was because they had video cameras because it happened the 2 previous days. So they were like, all right, we need to like get some footage of this.
Yeah, we got to get Sonia on
It'd
here.
be maybe worth investigating if we can get our hands on like the videotape of that. Like, I'd like to see that go down. See what it was like.
I can get the high buttons PR team.
Yeah, we could try. Like, someone must have just got clocked with like an apple.
Oh no, this is actually an awesome. I witnessed my good friend and Citadel High's quarterback at the time, Jesse Mills, just launch a can of Dr. Pepper at someone like not far away, and it just hit them, and then it fell on the ground and just like spun around with when a can of pop has like one tiny hole in it and there's some squirting. That happened, and it was like oh man, that
so we chucked the can like a football, or it was like a baseball.
I don't remember if it was like sidearm or if it was overhand, but
that's like assault with a fucking weapon for him.
I have a similar story, but with an Arizona iced tea.
Ooh,
and those are much, and it was
those are massive.
Yeah, up in the air. It was a lunchtime junior high. The guy launched it up in the air, hit a girl right in the tooth. So I got pit stains. Anyways, hit the girl right in the tooth knocked out. I don't think he got caught though.
Accidental.
It's a tough thing to not get caught for.
Yeah, it was busy that day. There was lots of kids on the field, so it wasn't really. He ducked out.
Yeah.
Jasper Goodwin.
Parn.
What'd you say?
I said Parn.
Okay.
That's his nickname.
So, do you want to get into the Nicaragua story, or do you want to talk about your Costco experience? Because I do want to hear about this.
I did have a Costco experience. I'll explain it real quick. It's pretty much, I went there the other day I was naive enough to think that I could use my old man's membership card. So I went, had the headphones in, was having a good time, getting like
headphones.
Oh yeah, I was cruising around. Like, it's actually like traffic in there and stuff. It's crazy. But I picked out some groceries, some boxers, socks, a little bit of everything.
Fruit of the Loom?
No, I was going like top of the notch stuff, like Reebok athletic stuff.
Ooh.
But they were good prices. I was seeing all these prices and I was like, I can't not buy this
Must
stuff.
have been having a sale.
So anyways, I fill up a whole like crate for like a family size grocery, and I get to the cash. It's really busy. And I get shooed to this one line, and sure enough, it's like a 65-year-old man. And I'm like, fuck, like this guy's going to be a hard ass.
He's trying to explain.
And there's no way at this point I'm committed to the line and next guy up. And they start unloading my cart for me. So I was screwed, and I just had to like go through. I was like, hey, how you doing? Gave him the card and like kind of kept my head down, but was trying to be friendly at the same time.
Did you have the headphones in still?
No, I took them out. I was, I was trying to show a little bit of eye contact, but not too much. Because like my old man's picture, it's kind of faded out on the back, so I thought it was going to work. But he does double take, and I try to just play it off, but he literally wasn't having it, and it was so embarrassing. And I didn't know any excuses on the spot. I was like, "Come on, like it's my dad's birthday. I'm getting him like these gifts." Like,
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's all I could think of. And because it actually was his birthday, but the guy was like, he just stared at me and stared a hole through me and was like, "No, like, you're done." And I look around and I'm just frozen. I had all my shit like ready to go through the what's it called, like the
scanner.
Yeah. And so I just fucking left it there. I was like, all right. And I had literally like 100-meter walk of shame. He gave me the card back at least, but
would be better of.
So yeah, I just put my head down and walked.
I actually had a similar experience about last year. I was I had my same thing. I had my dad's Costco card, and I go to like pick up a couple things, and I get to the till, and I guess at Costco, this is my first time wheeling through Costco on my own, and so I try.
It's a big deal.
I go there, and I'm like, Visa. They don't take Visa.
That happened to me.
Debit only.
Yeah, debit only, and that's the first flag. That's the first like red flag that you're not a member. Mm-hmm. And they're just like, we don't take Visa. And then they look at the cards. They're like, are you Danny Graham? And I'm just like, no, that's my dad. And they're like, you're not allowed to be in here if he's not with you. And I go,
that's what they said.
Yeah, he was just with me, but we have a really serious family emergency that he had to attend to. So he literally just left 2 minutes ago, and a very gutty thing to do, but it got me my stuff.
She bought that?
She bought it. Yeah, she bought it.
Fuck.
You guys have two different experiences.
Yeah, like I can't come
Justin,
up with
you don't look very impressed with
something.
mine.
It was impressive.
Yeah,
it happened to me too, because I know exactly what you're with the visa thing.
Oh, what happened to you?
Well, it actually happened last weekend with the visa thing.
Yeah, I never use my debit, so it throws you off when. Yeah. But that's
it's embarrassing.
Telltale sign that you're not a member.
All I can think about is when you were doing yours. I'm just trying to picture you buying alcohol underage. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah,
it's like, no, this isn't. You can't
walk
take
of shame. Go
walk
put your
of shame.
pack of cold shots back on the shelf.
Yeah, remember asking like hobos for runs and shit? Like outside on Quimple, we used to. do that in high school.
Did it
playing
work?
Hey Mister.
Well, not really hobos, but like the squeegee guys. Yeah,
Squeegee guys.
Give me 8 beers and I'll give you one.
What's the difference between a hobo and a squeegee guy?
Squeegee guys have dogs.
I like the squeegee guys.
Their squeegees never work. They dip them in blood.
How much of a clean job do they really do? Or is it more just they're asking for coins when you're
it's just like we're gonna provide some type of service for you, so we're not just begging for money. It's like we're at least doing something.
We're working here.
I respect it.
We're not holding a sign up. That's the difference between a hobo and a squeegee boy.
Yeah.
Squeegee guy.
Yeah.
Homeless, hold a sign and say, please give me money.
Yeah.
A squeegee boy's man, squeegee man is willing to work. Definitely.
Usually they have pretty creative signs too.
Yeah. Those are hilarious. I've seen some good ones in my day.
I'm more inclined to give some money if it's kind of funny or I can relate to it. So
some guys would just have a sign that says need money for weed.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I respect that. Like you are honest.
Yeah, there's been some good ones out there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go what time do you have to leave?
I gotta go in like 5 minutes or so. Okay, 10 minutes.
Do you want to just go to the Nicaragua story right now? Let's just clear it up.
Yeah, we can clear that thing.
Clear the air
here.
Jeez.
Spencer's last episode, he revealed a story I'm not too proud of from Nicaragua. We went down there, a group of 8 of us, and we were having a good time. We rented these
Sound
motorcycles.
like such gringos.
Yeah, we just sound like gringos, I know. And we rented motorcycles, which like not even those like mopeds that you see everyone wheeling around on in Asia, like full on motorcycles, like
I get it.
150,
Horsepower,
200 cc's or whatever. We have no idea what we're doing.
I don't know what I'm talking
We go rent them and we get like a really quick lesson, and buddy's like, all right, yeah, you're good to go. And we're like, what? We're in the middle of this just like village. There's stoplights and like I don't even know.
You got a helmet on?
Yeah, we gotta have helmets on. Anyways, it was pretty nerve-wracking. No one knows what they're doing except for one guy. And this was like day 2 or 3 of us being there, so we didn't have any groceries. So on the way home from the lesson, a few of us decided to go to the grocery store, and then the other group of us or of them decided to just go home. So I think there was 3 of us that went to the grocery store, and we're coming up to it on the left, and it's like a busy street. I'm about to turn left, and so I'm stopped, and I see my opening, and I go for it. I turn left, and as soon as I go, I came in a little too hot into the parking lot, and I saw like a group of people just like standing around, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta brake. But instead of braking,
From my memory, there was an issue with the clutch.
there was
a mix-up.
There was an issue, and so I basically the brake is on like the left, and all you need to do to rev this thing is just like rip your wrist back like a smidge, and the thing just flies. So I'm like, all right, is this thing, is it the left or the right handlebar? And I'm just like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna go for the right. And I just like ripped the right handlebar back, and I just like I mow a guy down. Like I went right over his body, and it was so bad. I feel so bad telling this. I feel so bad for the guy. And I creamed him, and I knew no Spanish, and there's a group of and then
This is the worst part.
I proceeded to go.
You knew one word or one term.
I proceeded to go and ding up a car after I hit him.
Wait, what?
Yeah. The bike flew out of my control, and it went and like hit a car.
Were you injured or you were fine?
No, I was fine, buddy. I was fine.
Thank God.
Buddy was on the ground. And so I am like sweating like crazy. Obviously, it was hot out. I'm just kidding.
You're not nervous.
I was so nervous, and we had been told by this guy who we rented the bikes from that like if you get in an accident of any sort, leave the bike there and like pay them. Like whatever happens, don't get the cops involved because they're gonna want to bribe and they're gonna throw you in jail for like 48 hours. And I was like, okay, just like pay this guy or whatever. And then so the guy was like, he was pretty banged up, and I had this group of Nicaraguans coming up to me, screaming at me, like basically like, what are you doing? Fair, like, and I didn't know a word, and I thought that de nada meant thank you, but it actually means no problem. I'm pretty sure that's what it's
something like that.
That's what it is. Something like that. Whatever, or maybe de nada's thank you, and I was saying something else. I'm pretty sure de nada means no problem. I thought I was saying I'm sorry, but no, sorry's lo sientes. Yeah, and I was saying
I don't know anymore.
I was saying no problem instead of saying sorry. I thought I was trying to say sorry, so they were like fuming.
Adding insult to injury.
Adding insult.
All right, so let me ask you a question here.
Barrier.
I'm understanding it. So when you hit this guy, the bystanders, were these the bystanders? Because you said you ran into a group of people and you just happened to hit one guy. So did other people from all around like kind of
gathered,
huddle around to make it a bigger scene than what it was?
Yes.
Oh, see, that's the worst part, because then you got do these people have phones, like picture phones?
Yeah.
Because that's the last thing you want.
Yeah.
You want these things getting noted.
Yeah,
Luckily, we had a guy in the crowd or in the crew with us, Scott McLean, who kind of diffused the situation, and he almost like separated everyone. Right? I wasn't like,
that's pretty much what happened. And basically,
he's very vocal and stuff. So
basically, the guy was trying to get all my money from me.
The guy you ran over.
The guy I ran over. Yeah, and I was not. I wasn't having it, and I was like, I think he started at like $200 American, and I was like, and I'd been in sales for about 6 months at this point, and I beat him down to I beat him down to $100 American, and I gave him $100 American, and it all went away.
Steal.
Yeah.
And then you guys just took off in your little rat pack with motorcycles down the street.
Yeah, needless to say, for the rest of the week, I had some crazy anxiety whenever we had to drive anywhere on a motorcycle.
We drive to get to our place. We had to go through the beach, and I would get stalled. I had never learned how to drive a clutch, so this was another new thing with the bikes too. Like, I've never driven standard, so I was really shitty on it. But I never crashed somehow, but I would stall in the beach every time we'd rip through. Like,
yeah, that's true.
And guys had to push me along. Like,
Johnny Allen took a huge tumble.
Johnny took a little tumble.
Ryan Healy ran over his foot. Like, it was bad.
There was 3 incidents.
How many? There's 8 of you
varying.
Yeah, there was 8.
Yeah, there was 8 of us. Yeah, listening, like, us telling this makes me hate ourselves. We were shitheads for a week, but
you know what it sounds like. Though, the next time you guys go back, you're going to be experienced, know what you're doing. Yeah, hopefully, maybe not.
Just not.
I tried to shed some light on it.
Yeah.
Just not going to rent bikes next time.
Maybe scooters. Just go down a notch and build up our experience.
Motorcycles are a little...
Yeah. Like, mopeds would be good.
Man, if you want a motorcycle in Canada, you need to go, like, through multiple courses to do it.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah. For good reason.
Yeah, great reason.
I might buy a moped for the summer.
It would be great.
I've been thinking about it. I need to buy a car, and those are pretty expensive. Moped.
Don't get a car, no.
Moped. You ever seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a moped they're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, if you guys ever want to ride in the back, need a lift anywhere.
Yeah.
So do you gotta go?
Yeah, I think I gotta take off. You guys, if you're gonna...
Yeah, you're good.
Keep going, or...
Yeah,
I don't know.
Going.
Okay.
Should I walk you up?
No.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
I think my dad's up there, so it might be a little awkward. I don't know if you've ever met my dad.
Okay. No, I don't think so.
So it's going to be a little awkward.
Right. Unless I don't want you to halt this.
That won't be awkward. Just be like, hey, I'm Andrew. I got to go.
All right. I was just on your son's podcast.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good
How
one.
close am I supposed to be to this thing?
Well, give it you can see right here. So you can see.
I don't know what.
You're number, I think you're number 1. Anyways,
So
a little too late in the podcast to be doing a test.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Anyways, good seeing you. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you very much, Justin. That was an awesome time. Good luck to the two of you and the rest of your interview today.
Beautiful. So for everyone that was listening, that was Andrew Graham, an amazing person. Wave to the camera. He'll be back for sure. Thank you for coming out. He actually came out here last minute, so I appreciate that. And he's out. Mm-hmm. And now it's Spencer.
Wow. Hey.
So what's up?
Good to be back.
You happy?
Fun. Yeah.
A little bit of a better setup.
Yeah, I was over there last time.
Well, now it is just...
Now, this works.
I got to use the washroom. Can you hold it down for a second?
Yeah.
He gave me a Gatorade. I know you don't want to talk hockey, but I do want to talk about the Leafs. I'll be right back.
So, I guess I'll talk about the Leafs game for 10 seconds here. Game 7 tomorrow. Very nerve-wracking to watch, but I think they actually might pull it out. I don't know. Justin, what are your thoughts? Do you think they can win tomorrow? Okay, he's pissing. He doesn't hear that, but anyways, this is a very loud piss. Hey, Justin.
What?
Are the Leafs going to win tomorrow?
Yeah, I do think they're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to rest on Freddie Anderson again. Like, he stole the last 2 games.
I think Boston's confidence is out the window. You
think?
Oh, I do think that. I don't know. I think Marchand's confidence isn't there right now. I think Marchand's the leader of that team. And when he's going, the team is going
on. But, yeah, both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
It's in Boston. I just hope it's an even game, and it's not swayed like power plays and shit, but we'll see.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a ref that just didn't call anything and just let it be 5.
Yeah.
5-on-5. Yeah, 5-on-5. But honestly, with that being said, I do like a little bit of power play in there, but not a lot. Just maybe 1 each. If you're going to call Toronto, make sure you call Boston.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's even. You don't want any, because it's game 7. Honestly, I don't even think they will call any penalties unless it's extremely obvious.
It's the only game 7 of the first round. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, the first round was a little
bit of a letdown for some people. A little bit. I've heard. Although we are getting a Pittsburgh-Washington second round matchup.
Yes, we are. How many times have we seen this? I don't even think it's a rivalry anymore. Pittsburgh has obviously proven that they're the superior team. But with that being said, Washington is a different team this year, just like every team is different every year, and this could be the year.
You know what?
How many times have we said that?
We have said it before, but Ovechkin, he's got to win a cup. I think he's due.
Yeah, well, he's been due. He's not
been
due.
due, and now now he's past due. I think it's going to happen.
You think this is the year?
We should go back. I should listen to my last episode. I think I was like 5 for 8 on my picks for the first round.
Okay.
We went through. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't write down the picks.
Yeah, we'll listen to it, but I got like half right, anyways. But I have a feeling that Pitt might lose.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
How can you say that and watch the game the other day?
I don't know.
Against Philly.
I don't know. I just gut feeling, really.
Okay.
Holtby effect.
It's hard to describe a gut feeling. I understand that.
It is.
But a gut feeling is a gut feeling.
Yeah. I mean, it means nothing. What do I know?
It means something to you. If I said I had a gut feeling, I couldn't describe it. It's just a gut feeling.
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
Yeah. But no, maybe it's going to be a great.
We'll see.
The second round is going to be incredible. I guarantee there's going to be a lot more Game 7s in the second round.
Well, Vegas on the other side, that was one I was completely wrong on. Vegas swept.
Vegas, LA. Oh,
so no. I don't know what Vegas is going to do with San Jose. What do you think on that one?
I honestly do think it is going to be Vegas. I think Fleury is a grizzled veteran that has been in this situation before, and I would say at least 25, maybe 50% of winning playoff games is goaltending.
Yeah,
and obviously Vegas is a well molded team. They've played together well all year, and I don't. San Jose's a great team as well. Don't get me wrong. I won't lie. I haven't seen them play much this year, but
they're under the radar. Yeah,
they're
sneaky good.
The West is weird.
Yeah,
it's not weird. I just don't watch it as much.
Yeah, it's more foreign to us.
Yeah, us East Coasters.
Yes.
But I still like Vegas, or I like Fleury. Excuse me.
He's playing lights out.
Yeah. We'll see. So what did you do today? I don't want to talk about hockey. We talked about
hockey. We talked about no more hockey. I was just I'm getting a phone call. Sorry, boys.
You can answer it. Put it on the speaker.
Okay.
Oh no.
We'll hold that for later.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
Yeah. Not too much. I went for a bike ride. I had a meeting.
Where'd you go on the bike ride?
Rails for Trails. You ever?
No.
Yeah, beautiful. Just like right down. Almost went all the way to Bears Lake and back. It's pretty nice.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where they tore the trees down out back there?
Yeah, it's kind of where Ashburn starts, and you can just make your way all the way down to the South Shore on this kind of walking / biking trail.
That sounds like a long trail.
Yeah, it's a couple 100 kilometers, I think.
Okay, right on. Yeah. What did you texted me yesterday saying there was a topic other than the Costco that you brought up?
I did have one little it was like a question for you because I heard you say that you're playing softball this summer.
Yes.
Co-ed slightly competitive softball.
Yes.
So I just wanted to raise this topic kind of because I'm actually supposed to be in a league this year too for the first time.
Ooh.
And I'm just wondering what's the balance between being a good player in that league, like in the field, and looking like a complete dickhead and going way too hard and like knocking people over to make double plays and shit.
Okay.
It's a fine line.
Great question.
Yeah.
Especially, there is no. It's how do I explain this? You go hard. People want to win that game. You believe it or not. Like how we play hockey and we kind of make fun of the people that go hard because we've been there. We know what to play.
I still go hard.
I know. Okay. Well, there's people that go extremely hard and look like they're going extremely hard. Yeah. But guys like us, we've been there and we play hard, but we don't swing our stick and try to win battles in the corner. So the way I look at it for us, when we play baseball, we've never played competitive baseball before. So at least me and the guys that I play, the guys I play with, we're all hockey players. So we don't ever play baseball. So when we're playing this baseball, we go hard and we want to win and we take it competitively. Because some of the guys that you play against, they're the real deal. They'll wear the baseball pants, the cleats, so some guys are the real deal.
So are you in the top division here?
Yeah, we are. Last year they weren't because a couple of guys moved away, so they went in the lesser.
So you're a new addition because you were in Vancouver last time.
But we played the year before that, so I was there that first year. Took a year off last year.
A lot of history to this team.
Yeah, absolutely, called the Wet Bandits.
Okay.
Blue and white is our color.
Sure.
Safaris is our captain, believe it or not.
Suspect decision. Okay.
He reads off the lineup card.
Does he do a good job?
Yeah, I think he could do a little bit better with nicknames.
Sure.
I don't like that he says, "All right, Justin's playing first." I like maybe a couple nicknames would be nice.
What's a nickname for you?
Well, it's Belly, J-Bones.
Okay, Belly.
But those are mostly hockey nicknames.
I know. You need baseball nicknames. Is
Yeah.
there baseball chatter like in the dugout? Like,
Listen to no. Oh yeah.
I imagine Tommy would have been gold at that.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a lot of it.
Oh, it's just
Listen to Doodle's podcast when it was just he talks about baseball banter. Incredible.
Yeah, I did hear some of that. Like, we should go to its games and just learn the verbiage, and then we'll just we can
translate
use
that. So we could be playing against each other this year.
We could be. I don't know what league I'm in or anything.
As soon as you find out, let me know.
Yeah, I will.
I told Doodle that we were going to go watch him play at the Commons when they play the Pelham, so we can go see Jake.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That would be fun.
I'm a huge baseball guy.
That could be some video content. Like we can videotape us going to the. Did you see the video I did the other day?
Speaking of that, I did. I was going to ask you about that. How was that experience?
It was great. I was a little
like a lot of
nervous.
fun.
Yeah, it was. I was a little nervous at
Didn't
first.
shout, yeah.
First time I ever did it, but it got some really positive feedback, and I think it'll allow more people to see that, which will direct them to the podcast, which will be more downloads.
Exactly. I liked how you were just clearly just going up to anyone, knowing most of them probably weren't even students. You were going up to like middle-aged men being like, "You stressed?" You said, "Yeah."
Oh yeah.
Like, it was awesome. I mean, some people's reactions, some were camera shy, but like others were loving it. And
I find
think it worked out.
The people that you go up to that like just are not expecting it is the best.
Yeah.
Like when there's people that are just loving the camera, it's not funny.
I know.
But people that just like hate the camera and they're just weird.
But they have some witty comments.
Yeah,
I agree.
This Wednesday, I think we're going to go down to tomorrow. Jesus, this Wednesday.
Yeah,
tomorrow. We're going to go down to Spring Garden and ask people how their hump day is going. Good content.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. What do you expect from it?
I don't know. Like personally, I don't believe in the hump day, so I kind of just want to ask why people like it, what's good about it, and just kind of I don't know, maybe have a little discussion on the street.
A hump day, yeah. Like I'm not a huge Wednesday fan, but it is true. Like once you get to Thursday, things start to
decline down the hump.
Yeah, but you start getting jacked up for the weekend and all that. So that'll be good. Who's your camera guy?
His name's Riley Strobridge, but he might. His girlfriend's birthday tomorrow, so I don't know if he is going to be able to make it.
Okay.
So I'm actually looking for a camera guy right now.
Well, I could try. I don't know.
Do you have a camera?
I do not. Do you?
Well, I guess I do. Yeah, but
this guy has the camera.
This guy has the camera. He has like a wicked. I got the mic.
I'm not your guy for this.
Yeah, he was great.
I'll just be honest with you.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What else? What did you guys cover in the first half hour?
Well, we talked about Nicaragua. Well, you weren't here for Nicaragua. We talked about the Gunnery.
Right.
Talked about Picto Weeks Crushers.
Yep.
Talked about Saint Avex, that big game that you guys played.
The BurMac.
BurMac.
Sure, yeah.
And then that's pretty much it.
Well, I just want to ask you, who else is coming on the podcast in the next couple?
I'm going to leave that out.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to leave that out because
confidential.
The past 4 days, there's been a huge demand to come on. I had a real estate agent messaging me today asking to come on.
Jeez.
I was like, anyways, there's gonna be.
So people are now. Yeah, this is good.
I got to hire a manager to start managing not really, but I got to see this book is just full of scheduling stuff.
Names? Is my name in there?
Who?
Is my name in there?
Your name's a given. Given names aren't in here. Your name's a Doodle's name. The names that are given are not in here. But Luke Warner, he's going to come on and give a fighting perspective.
Oh fuck yeah!
So that'll be good.
He's a tough bastard.
Yeah, I'd like to have him on. But we got a couple names coming on. There's definitely some interest.
Yeah, no, it's taken off. This is awesome.
I'm good. What are you doing the rest of the day?
Chilling. Not really sure. Just gonna enjoy this weather. How about you?
Same. I'm gonna get out, walk my dog, do something.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Let's wrap it up. We good?
Yeah,
we covered everything I wanted to cover. I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, it was a last minute.
Yeah, last minute thing. How was the traffic, by the way, coming in here? Not good.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay.
Pretty good.
You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What? Sorry. I'm still used to this podcast too. I don't even know how to wrap it up. I'm still trying to. All right. Once again, thank you for listening and watching too. Now, more video content going to be. Quake Matthews is here tomorrow.
I thought you weren't unveiling names.
Yeah, but that was already a given.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about like 3 weeks down the line.
I got you.
I'm scheduling people in June right now.
So
because there's people that are living in Toronto that are coming home for the summer. Like, by the way, I need you to talk to Sonye. I need him on.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
So yeah, there's tons of people coming on, but yeah, Quake's here tomorrow. Like when it's this week, you got to promote it.
Okay.
So yeah, Quake's coming on tomorrow. Friday is up in the air. We had a scheduled guest, but they canceled. So Friday, I'm gonna try to squeeze someone in. We'll see. Yeah. So if you like what you're hearing, all this, make sure you go to the Facebook page, follow us, or give us a like. Go to the Instagram page, give us a follow. Maybe go to the iTunes App Store and write a review. Give us a 5-star, only if you want to. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you for listening, Spencer. Once again, thank you for coming out. Andrew, I know you're listening. High button note.
Peace.